Good morning. I think we're ready. All right. So far, so good today. I'm going to plug my phone in and then we'll get to it. All right. So we're going to be working on this fix me. Let's get right here. So we set the hierarchy, right? After flattening the widgets, weren't we also going to number them? There they are. There's the numbering them. Okay. What else? There we go. Oh, hope you all had a good weekend. My relaxing weekend absolutely wore me out. It was incredible. Just a lot of wearing me out. Let's move that. There we go. Uh, well, we had fun. Rented a boat. That was cool. All right. There we go. All right. So we've got that. Okay, I'm starting really slow today. All right, get hierarchy, set hierarchy, get widgets, set page. Oh, that's get page. Unflatten widgets. What? Well, we set the hierarchy, but we're not setting the page. Okay, so we have to set the page as well. And the page has other elements. We need to speed up the WordPress killer's development? Oh, I would love to. I would love to. All this life stuff keeps getting in the way. So, do you need a website? And we're not too far off from it being from it being barely usable. We are very close to it just just barely being usable. All right, so save the widgets, save the page. What else? So let's see if we can hammer those out today. You need WordPress out of your life? Oh, all right. Now, where's my page object? This is, oh, we have the page stored. Store the page. Oh, perfect. Okay. Page hierarchy. Okay, just the widgets then. There is this thing called mini flare, and it's a simulator for developing and testing Cloudflare workers. This is not developed by Cloudflare, but a third party. They hang out all the time in the Discord, Cloudflare's Discord. Now, I haven't bothered to try this out, but from what I've seen, this is people have been using this. So, I mean, it might just work. How do they build this? I think it's mostly just JavaScript, yeah. TypeScript, JavaScript. But what are they building this on? Package.json. This it's a node app? Yeah. We could try it. It might actually speed things up. Let's give it a go. Let's see. We are 13, 14 minutes in and we are going sideways. Oh no, I've been meaning to look at this, but and the one thing that was keeping me was from using it was the uncertainty on WebAssembly. But it looks like WebAssembly already works. So we'll just give it a test. If it works, we'll use it. If it doesn't, well, we'll toss it aside for a bit. Hold on, let's see. Okay. So once we do that, script requirement. All right, now I want to be able to use the Wrangler config. So -C. So config and environment. Let's see. And I did not install it globally. Hmm, neat. Okay. Unable to parse dist shim MJS. The requested module index.js does not provide an export name default. Huh. All right, let's look and see what works. Okay. Because of our error here. How much do I expect it to cost? Well, I've been trying to figure that out, and so my costs at the moment are like it's like $5 a month, right? But that's what it's costing me just for having the dev environment. So everything I that we've been doing thus far is completely covered under the like minimums for the month, right? I'm hoping, really hoping that most of the time it's actually going to be living inside of their minimums. Where is it? Because I think most sites will actually be able to survive inside of the free plan, right? The paid plan, $5 a month, right? But I don't expect people to have to pay that because I should be able to set it up so that I actually have many people sitting there inside of the paid plan. Um, so, so really, it's going to be influenced based on like how popular the website is, because these costs are going to be in there. Yeah, WordPress instance on AWS is in the thousands per year. Yeah, no, it shouldn't be thousands a year. It just shouldn't. So, and what's up with our index.js not providing a named default? Okay. Actually, I'm going to move this to the next terminal over. So if we just let that run, this looks like a named export, like a default. And good evening, Devashis. How you doing? How are you? Syntax error. The required module does not provide an export name default. Oh, this is like the whole of the file here. It's tiny. Export 0 as default. That looks pretty darn exported. My day is just starting, so it's all right. Default exports are truly horrendous. Say import X from index.js. This one here. Oh, this one doesn't have a default, but it doesn't really, it doesn't need one, does it? Instead of importing bundle and exporting bundle to fetch, import fetch from. So I'm going to put that back there. Okay. Fetch users page config set panic hook, and then we need the whole thing. Otherwise, Webpack's tree shaking kills it all. All right. You think I should be able to make do with import stars bundle from index? Or stars bundle. Okay. So let's see if this one works. If this one works, then we'll test the Cloudflare one. Requires not defined. So it doesn't like that. So if we look at index.js, I see, because this, I don't know. I don't know where requires being called. Because once we get past index, right? So we start here with shim. Shim is the module which is required to be able to use durable objects. Index is just the piece that pulls stuff out of the the WASM API piece here. Let's see if we can open that. And this here is generated code. Uh, Sounds nodey. Hey, Dad, what's that? How you doing? Yeah, there's only two places here, line 32 and 72, where it requires even mentioned. It could be that in our build system, here, target bundler. Are you hearing ducks? It's likely ducks, or there's a turkey wandering around out there. Chickens. Let's see. Chickens. Yeah. Yep, ducks. All right. And this here goes into WASM pack. So WASM pack has, let's see, build. I don't know. Let's give it a help. So without that, a bundler Node.js, web, and no modules. So we might need to change that to Node.js for it to load inside of Node. Because right now we're not using Node, and just change that and see. Did we change other things in the JS? It's pretty accurate representation of JavaScript, TypeScript development. I fight the build tools. Hmm. All right. The requested module index.js did not provide an export named default. Are we missing some other flags here? On upstream. We toss a watch on there, -W. Which part of that blob is my development tool? Find out next week. Let's see. Build command. I wonder what. All right. That's a debug on there. All right. Invalid value for target, unknown target node. What? Oh, it's Node.js. Node.js. All right, there we go. It is. We got rid of that one issue. Now, I don't see it bothering with durable objects. Did they have durable object support? Looks like it. It will persist between reloads, but not CLI invocations or with different miniflare instances. Hmm. Let's toss this on there, as we'll need it. All right. So, how do we get this issue fixed? The requested module, index.js, does not provide an exported named default. Okay, so index.js that is requested from shim. I feel like I need two different versions of this. One for Cloudflare and one for Miniflare. Oops. Just toss some WASM out there as default because it really doesn't matter. And we want to export everything else. Hmm. I'm stuck, but my mind isn't clicking over to JavaScript this morning. It's right, and then just do this one level up. Just thin this out. Come on, why? There it goes. Because everything here is actually just coming from the WASM. And I don't see a good reason for maintaining this. There we go. So we just say WASM is default. Then we get the bundle. And in this case, fetch is going to be, how do we do this again here? Well, now it has default. WASM.default equals WASM export WASM. Oh, interesting. Let's try that. Just gonna rename some of these. So, WASM, WASM, WASM. We just invoke that. That's fine. Do you think it'll work? Bundle is not defined in module. Ignoring. Bundle is not defined in module. Oh, did I not save that? Eek. Let's try again. Oh, look at that. Yep. Unexpected token. You may need an appropriate loader to handle this file type. Currently, no loaders are configured to process this file. What? Yeah. Okay. Uh, Now with everything saved, it's still gonna blow up, right? Because I had some unsaved files. Let me just make sure. Yes. Okay. I mean, why would we even do that? Why not just WASM as default? So now it's just pass through. That's a regular JS, not MJS. Yes. Oh, you are right. Think we could do with this? It'd be nice if there was like some sort of standard for these things that was used. Like one. All right. Requires not defined. Here we go. All right. And here we're targeting Node.js. Back to the old ways. I know, right? It's like, well, that was fun. Okay. Flush. I mean, you're absolutely right. Like, all right, let's give it 7 minutes on the hour. We'll just revert this and go back. 7 more minutes, because I don't know. So WASM pack build target. It had been on bundler. We could do something else. Or we could try. Node.js doesn't work. Actually, why requires not defined? I would have expected that to be the solution, right? Setting the target to Node.js. So we should not be entering this section because it should be development. If it's, and there's our copy plugin. Build development. That's in the WASM file. All right. Let's try no modules. Wait, was it? It was hyphenated. Okay. Hmm. Require is not defined still. Defined even. It uses require to autoload the files, which is normal in Node. What? But it's not working. Why is that not working? Maybe it didn't rebuild it because we didn't have any changes? Yes. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. So now in this case, they say require. It's normal to use require in Node. But why is require? Do I have to install require? I never do Node stuff. requires a Node.js built-in. Um, hmm. Maybe we have an ancient version. Interesting. 0.10. Wish I knew. We're on 10. Search here for require. Hmm. See, I don't think that we're actually going to benefit from anything in here because this is installing version 0.10. I think we already have 0.10. Let's kill that. All right, 7 o'clock. Undo. Default normal. Okay. Yeah, that I mean it could speed some stuff up, so it was worth a try. I'm just so surprised. Hmm. Some of these changes we could actually keep though. All right. So far so good. Wait, what is it? It's just looping forever. What's going on? Did we miss an error? Error. Bad request. Yeah, that's as much error information we get for this. I don't understand why we have to export that twice. Can we just say exports.wasm equals this? Why do we have to have these two layers? That doesn't make sense to me. Okay, let's see. Does that one work? Let's recognize the loop so it doesn't do it like 15 times again. Ah, okay, so that worked. I wonder what it's actually doing here when we bundle that. Yeah, they're right over there. That's too bad it didn't work. It appeared as though require was it's not found, but why would it anyhow? All right. That's too bad. Back to saving the widgets. Save the widgets, save the world. So after we've flattened the widgets, we do not need to save the child counts. Child counts get saved here. It's just the flat widgets. Probably have to be async, or yeah, async await. Hmm. All right. So inside of here, we can save 128 of these at a time. We just have to put them onto an object. So we could get a chunk iterator off of widgets. Slice, chunks, chunk size. All right. So we have to basically take these elements, these chunks, nested for loops. Hmm. Now we need some sort of object. we'll have to use reflect to be able to set these properties on there. ID. So we basically have the key and then the value. The value is going to be the serialized. Oh no, it doesn't have to be serialized. It just has to be a value. But the key has to be a string. That's a number. It's U32 to string. That returns a result. Okay, so then we set that on there. Once we have each and every one of those set, now we can save that. So set all, put all, no, put all. The JS future, well, it's a promise. We have to wrap that in a JS future. Oh, it wants a reference. That's fine. Okay. Now, if everything worked, that's it, I think. I never get to use that chunks API. That's so cool. Can we collect into an object? I don't think we can. No, 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 no. Go back. All right. Object. Do I think that web game development is dead? I do not. I do not. I think there's still quite a market. Can only hope. Uh, I watch my kids play web games all the time. Okay, yeah, I'm not seeing. Yeah, okay. That should work though. Let's see, set widgets. Oh, where's my error? It says I have two. Mismatch types. Expected mutable reference. Found reference. Why does this want a mutable reference? Oh, no particular reason. All right. Again. Well, that's compiling. Let's stand up. Actually, we need to publish it too. Okay. Oh, look at that. What do we get here? Page not found. Page config. Ah, yes. So we need to import. Let's go back to login or something simple because we can't actually. Let's see. So we import the page. So we pull that in from KV. Now we edit the page. Missing field title. That's going to be. See, page hierarchy doesn't need that. No title there. So where is the from value? Push all of the retrieved widgets. Where is this? Get widgets. From stir. Error. Error. Oh, I'm so tired of that. All right. ToString needs just a little bit more. Just a little bit. I know that could be a little bit more descriptive. I don't know if I'm going to keep it though. Now we know that this is actually coming from Saturday. Missing field title. Okay, where else do we use from value? That's for a style sheet. Style sheet doesn't have a title. Does a script? No. What is this? Page. Import. This is from import though. This we weren't calling import. So that means it's this one. Get widgets. Hmm. I wonder what we got back. Let's find out. Let's extract these two locals. Widget ID. What is a widget ID in this case? A U32? Is it actually stored as U32 in that map? I'm concerned that our serialization and deserialization in this is slightly out of sync. All right, now let's extract that to a local. So this is our widget. Widget object. Let's print that out. Yeah, borrowed. Okay. And with it being a JS value already, that should be easy to log. All right. Let's import again. Import does not seem to give us any errors. But this is also what's coming from KV in this case. If we go to edit, at this point, was it logging? Hmm. Well, that's unfortunate. Where do you think it is then? I thought it was from this because there's only so many things that have title. Page. Page has title. And that's it. So simply, oh, we're deserializing a widget here, not a page. Yep. There it is. There it is. Okay. What are we calling this? Get widgets, get page. Hmm. Title and description. If it doesn't exist on the map, we just use an empty string. Huh. Well, And this is where we call edit. Check the session, make sure you can edit the path, trim the /edit off the end, load the durable object config from here. Okay, but this is going to return a future that later gets called. So it might be a little confusing, but it can still be in there. So this returns async. Yep. Oh. Okay. So it could be that the data that's coming back from the durable object isn't well formatted, and the worker isn't able to deserialize it. So let's make sure that this page object here later gets serialized correctly and sent as the body correctly. Say, now here we've got page, and we is logging working today? Yeah, we'll see. Because in this case, we should be able to get something back. Unless something's erroring out here. But if that's the case, we should have been failing earlier in this. And I don't think we were. Yeah, we got a 200 back. Then we went to 3, then 4. And why do we see this page config hierarchy nodes? Why is it? Okay, well this looks broken. These should have unique numbers. Okay. We might be fighting multiple errors at this point. So we come into 4 here. So if we make it to 4, it goes into an object. And then later it is deserialized. And where is that? That's over template mod. Over in template mod. Template render. Here. Oh. So if that log.js, which is dumping out that page config, we're sending the wrong data back? We should be sending the page back, not the page config back. This looks kind of correct. All right, let's try running this again. I want to see if our tail is going to work. Hmm. Oh, it's still going to take a few seconds. Why is that taking so long? Hey, Patatas, how you doing? So, I think we're seeing the wrong data here. This page config is absolutely the wrong one. This here, this config, where's that coming from? Oops. So we get that from the wait, which means it's coming back from the durable object. Come back to pages, this template load do. Yeah, the response, the JSON response is wrong. And the Spanish Rust Discord had a problem with WASM bindgen and material CSS. Oh, materialized CSS. Yeah, that WASM bindgen is what was the issue? Do you know? Internet bird. Thank you for the follow. Oh, it's pretty big. All right. Let's see what we're getting back here. Run it again. All right. Run edit again. AOE4. This is not right. That means that our request, doing a fetch, to a specific durable object, and that durable object should be returning the correct body here, but it's not. And our tail is not getting set up correctly. So we can't actually see the logs coming from the durable object at the moment. Oh, look at this, a little extra return early bit. Because I left some debugging in there. Well, that should help. All right, let's try again. Oh, because I have to publish. Durable object. Publish and dev. Two different things for durable object. This is why I thought it, why I spent so much extra time this morning with that. Body is page. That should have been it. Oh, there we go. Widgets is empty. Scripts and style sheets are also empty. We import. See, it should be like this, right? Where title, language, description, layout. I forget what layout is. We have widgets. I don't see style sheet. I don't remember what layout's for. All right. That should have been imported into the config, but we're not getting the those elements back. And we're going to put this back for a moment. That'll help for next time. And the problem here is that our hierarchy is wrong. So we're trying to serialize the hierarchy here, but I think what's been stored is actually incorrect. And if we go back and let's see quite a ways and we look, where is it? Here, we can see that the hierarchy nodes, this isn't right. So it looks like our serialization is broken. And why are there exactly 8 for login? Should there be 8? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm supposed to be iterating over them here, right? When we number the widgets. And it looks like only the first one is getting renumbered. I don't think this matters. So where's the error in here? can be called due to unsatisfied trait bounds. The following trait bounds were not satisfied. Iterator. Hmm. Good morning, museum. How you doing? Intermute for each. Thank you. I was hoping not to collect on this. We need a try for each. Does try for each actually exist? Oh, interesting. When did this get added? Oh, 1.27. Wow, I haven't seen this before. Hmm. Oh, on the end of the iterator. Where is it there? That's strange. Now, widgets is not mutable. I wonder why I couldn't follow that through. Hmm. Okay. I'll import again once that's up and running. Good. So we import login. Call edit. That shouldn't be working that well. Okay, there we go. This is broken. This is what we're trying to use. For WN widgets, intermute filter. Hmm. That's nice too. Yeah, instead of the F. But why is it not numbering each one? I think the error is in the import. Not sure. But it's 50-50. It's either here or where we read it. Right? Where we get the hierarchy, it's fairly simple. And I don't think that we're actually modifying anything for the map. But yeah, the hierarchy nodes should just come straight through. And this is what we're logging out. So get hierarchy. Yeah. We don't do any processing, so it must be in the import section. This is where we short circuit and return this debug data. We can't log it out. The logging's not working today. Tail's not working. I guess we could do this on import, couldn't we? All right, let's go to import. So instead of doing the redirect, I wonder if, all right, let's just verify. All right. Okay. So we're going to return that instead. I know it's not flat widget slice. Am I using Wrangler Dev? Yes, I'm using Wrangler Dev over here. Wrangler Dev does not compile and upload the durable objects. Okay. When you use Wrangler Dev, the durable objects, you have to publish them separate from doing a Wrangler Dev. For whatever reason, I don't know why, but it's a little awkward. Because if you don't use the Wrangler publish for a durable object, it doesn't get updated, even if you're using Wrangler Dev. Okay. Oops. Let's do import. Okay. Now that still redirected us. It shouldn't redirect us because we, see, we got this 302. Okay. So one more piece I'm missing. It's in pages. We redirect regardless, don't we? So we do the post to import. If it's okay, can I do that? I don't know if it'll get the type right. Okay. Okay. But no, his body's going to be an option. I think we probably want this to be. That's right. And it's actually an async function if we start to use any of the deserialization methods. Where is it? Durable objects. No, no, not. This is response. So these all return promises. I guess we could call clone. Let's just call clone. Ah, but we can't. Not with our event setup. So body is a readable stream. And we can't set body to that, can we? Option to a T where it can go into body. And body is a stream, readable stream or text. So why can't we do that? Huh. Because it's an option and we have to unwrap it, right? What is this type? An option to a readable stream. I don't know why it's an option. Well, for our debugging here, so I should just pass it through. Publish a durable object. We'll publish everything so the durable object is updated. There we go. That's not doing it. That should be failing earlier. Here. It should not be redirecting. Why would it do that? Is it just our browser that's freaking out? Network. We got a 302 back. We should be getting a 200 back. Is it plugged in? We've got import. It's published. Maybe we should be using it there. Tail's not working either. Thanks, Rooster. Uh, That's so weird. Maybe we have to kill this and restart it too? Why would we have to do both? Okay, so we had to do both for some reason. We had to publish the durable object and then restart dev, regular dev. But this here, this is it. Yeah, so we have ID zeros still. Only the first one is getting numbered. Is it possible that the random number that's coming back is 0? Because there's not much more you can do there. If it's equal to, maybe it's not equal to 0. Are these some other kind of 0? And that's U32 defaulted, so it should be 0 if it's not set. If we try one of the other pages, let's just go to like admin. Same issue. Oh, look, this one had 1, 2 that are actually numbered. How am I generating numbers? Your random values with UH array. I guess I could do that a different way. Just scan them for the largest number that they currently have and start incrementing. Huh. I was hoping for something that could be represented eventually as like a UUID or something, but this lack of randomness. Like why did we get some random that time and then just zeros? I wonder if they only give us so much entropy. Because if they're only giving us so much, we're going to have to Things a little different. And when do we get more? What are the rules on entropy? Well, sounds funny. It's not returning 0. It's just that only the first two. Are these only the top level ones? It's just the top level ones that are getting. Okay. Go back here. Number of widgets. These are not the flat widgets. We need to number the flat widgets. Sure, down here. So in this case, we get the widgets, store the page, flatten and store the widgets. Okay. No, I'm feeling optimistic. Let's comment that out. All right. So we have that. That should fix the numbering issue. Hopefully, we get more widgets back when we import, because they should be numbered. And really, I don't know why I'm just doing random numbers there. It doesn't entirely make sense. What happened there? Refresh, import 200. Back up to pages, import, remove this debugging. And that's not in the durable object, so we don't have to restart everything. So that should end up redirecting us. Then we can go to edit, which is now missing field title. All right. Nice. So now we have numbered widgets. And why are we doing random numbers? Just why? That's so silly. Okay, let's go back to page here. Number widgets. How bulletproof do we make this? Do we make this so that you can have 4 billion widgets? Like if you did 4 billion edits and it wraps around and it correctly, avoids more elements? Because if we did just an increment, right, that'd be fine. If we collected these into the current IDs, like let IDs equals blah, then we could just, start at 0 and keep going up till we found a hole. That's also possible. Could get the max and just keep incrementing from there. That's probably an easy way to go. Interesting. Because it might be empty. Max by. Well, I was hoping to also keep these around. Hey, Graticos, how you doing? Because if we did need to search, I thought it'd be quicker to search through them if we already had the vector. But max by does sound good. We'll start at 1. Well, if we start at 0, then the next one will be there. Enumerate and return the index. Oh, interesting. Yeah, everything's going well. I'm a little sunburned. Went to we went and spent some time on a lake. So it was fun. Exhausting. I need a vacation from my day off. So let I and max by. But they might not be in order. I would be the index of the maximal value, which lets me know where you can start to insert things. Max by will iterate the whole thing. Okay. Widgets. Max by. Huh. And we want the compare function. Max by key. Min by key. What's the element that gives the maximal? Okay. Hmm. Oh, that returns the widget. I don't really care for the widget. Map Max. All right. So we just want the ID. Because from there, we will make that mutable. Let's say this is the next ID. And this is going to be +1. Then we just iterate over each one. If it's 0, we set it to the next ID. All right, now we no longer need that. So it's not going to fail. Centibyte offset, good morning. How you doing? You know, more often than not, you just pop in here and advertise. Please, please don't do that again. Okay. So that should just number them. Like, you'll help him with that? It's very kind of you. All right. It could produce duplicate IDs. Wait, how? Now, will this will panic, right? If we go over the 4.2 billion. Oh, assuming they can come pre. Well, if they can come pre-numbered, then we'll get the max, right? We'll get the max, and we'll start with the next number above the max. Well, yeah, they can come pre-numbered, but we assign the numbers. Oh, in release mode, it'll wrap around. Okay. So, hmm. And we can't change the order of them. We need the order to persist, so we can't sort it. Yeah, it's 4 billion or so. Fix me. So when this happens, we'll come back, we'll find the bug, and we'll see this fix me that says no one will ever hit this. So do this later. All right. Well, it's a little better than it was before. Now we don't just have like random numbers. There'll be some order to it. Get the number of widgets, set the widgets, store the hierarchy, get the response, etc. All right. But then we still ended up with page. The page not deserializing correctly on the other side. Are we still... Where's edit? We were returning early from here, yes. Okay, so here we're going to be logging out the hierarchy. Set body, set status. Yeah. Does this look reasonable now? Yes, let's do the import again. Do an edit. And now we have them numbered. It'll take us a while to get to 4 billion. Missing field title, yes. Okay, let's tackle that next because we're actually resulting. We're sending this data back and it's not deserializing. Make this into a little macro. Something that just serializes it, returns early, sets a response. Hmm. All right. So once we have that, hopefully editing's done. Well, that being able to do like a slash edit, and then we can work on edit mode. Ooh, that's gonna be cool. We'll have to come up with a couple APIs for being able to add a widget, remove widgets, edit widgets. Right, so you could interact with just one part of that page. Oh, look at that. All right, so the result is back with no widgets. Absolutely empty. Get widgets, set page, or get page. We pass the widgets into the page. Do we do anything with them? Widgets, they end up there. Okay. Well, I wish the logging actually worked. So that has taken some time. Oops. Get widgets should be returning this. Do this a different way. But yeah, we were trying to log earlier, and the durable object just not logging right now. All right. Let's read through this. So we passed in the page hierarchy and the storage. In the other methods, or functions rather, I was swapping the order of these. Check to see how many widgets there are. We have total widgets. Let's go from 0 to total, or 127. So this gets the flat widgets? Or do we... Yeah, we unflatten them as the last thing. Maybe we should do that in two parts. Let's say I get flat widgets. Kind of reorder those. Okay. Well, we will return just the flat widgets. Oops. There we go. Then we unflatten the widgets, giving it the flat widgets. Ah, yes. What do we really want to pass in here? We want the hierarchy widgets, and that's it. And this is a vector of U32s. Let's rename that instead of just changing that. Okay. Now, what's the best way to pass a slice in? Because you could do like a as slice on there, or you could pass it by reference, or you could, excuse me, borrow it, or you could borrow it. All right. So let's debug the flat widgets. Auto deref into autoref. The deref on the vector gets sliced, then you borrow it. Oh, I see. Huh. So we'll give that a test, see if the flat widgets are coming back correctly. If they're not, fine. Well, basically it'll just tell us where the error is. It's empty. It's technically not page config, but it's empty. Well, there's your problem. Okay, get flat widgets. So we create a vector with the needed capacity. Create an array. Widgets. So that should be a map. Huh. Does getall not work this way? An array of strings turns a map of string any. Supports up to 128 keys at a time. Any keys that do not exist will be omitted from the result map. Does that mean that we're not storing them correctly? Love to have a printf about now. Like, why doesn't this work? That's it. Wrangler tail, format pretty, env, Mr. Halsey, config, and then the config file. Odd. Okay. Because it sounds like we're just not getting anything back here. Hey, Bear Dude, how you doing? Oh, well, thank you for that, Bear Dude. Keeping my coffee habit alive and well. You missed a banning. You did. Yeah. Yeah, Zenicron had the honors. So let's I want to see what the widgets object is here. I'm going to push this up one and let's try that. You were working on code and didn't even see me go live. Oh, wow. Oh, raid and run. More than toggle bit. Well, thank you for that. Thank you for the raid. Hope you had a great stream. An alternative to WordPress or Wix or, name your own website builder tool. So, yeah, this is what we're working on. And let me, here, we'll get into a little bit of it. Just a moment. Let me restart this piece here. Then I'll show you around. Now we don't have we don't have any of the website editing and building pieces done yet. We've got some of the administration pieces done, role-based access controls, cookies support, Flash support, not like Macromedia Flash or Adobe Flash, whatever. But being able to alert messages, things like that. So if we come back in here to admin, right, so we can log in, we can log out. There's no page here, so let's go back to login. So this is the Flash message up at the top here. So Flash works. Can log in. Yep. Then we can go into admin. And all of this is done using Cloudflare, their workers, the KV store that they have, the durable objects. We're building this in Rust, compiling down to WebAssembly, and uploading it to their web workers. Excuse me, to their workers. They're not web workers, they're just workers. And if you've never played around with Cloudflare's workers, it's got quite a nice API. I'll just toss that into chat. I've got all sorts of things in here, and it's really nicely done. So we are currently trying to import some of our KV objects, the objects that represent the page in the key value store. We're trying to import those into the durable object store so that we can later implement editing widgets. So imagine that is some sort of page, and you wanted to be able to add a widget. You could add a widget. Maybe it's a 2-column kind of spread that has like an image on the left, text on the right. You could upload an image, set the text, etc. And so we've been building out the infrastructure for that. We're trying to debug one of these little elements here. So our widgets are coming back empty. All right, so this is what one of our objects looks like. It's not a page object as this says, but it's just one of our pages. It's got a title, language, description, etc. Right? Permissions, because we're looking at the administration view. Um, and all sorts of little widgets in here. Now, looks like right? The text of it, well, the widgets. And in a moment, we're going to import these from the KV store because this file here gets uploaded to KV, and then we import it into the durable object because we have a whole bunch of pages already in the durable objects. Excuse me, already in the key value store. So login looks like so. And we run import. Import should import it and then redirect us to login. Then we click on edit and we get a little error, but we're more interested in the widget IDs because we're debugging. And those widgets have some generated IDs that you can see here. And it looks like that exists. So we're going to move our debugging down one. Well, we already saw that it was empty when we got the flat widgets. Let's verify that. So here we're in our durable object. Okay. And when we interact with a durable object, we have to do that via a worker. So we make a request to the worker makes a request to the durable object. So in this case, we're going to short circuit. We're going to return some information early from our durable object so that we can debug it. Because for whatever reason, tracing is not working today. Okay, flat widgets. We have to publish it. Actually, I should probably just set this up to do like a publish.sh env equals. Good. Now it's listening. Now we can run the same thing and see what we get back for our flat widgets. So previously we had an array of numbers here, and now we have an array of nothing, which means our flat widgets are not loading. Even though we're passing in eight little elements there. So we get the total number, create a vector with that capacity, and then we're supposed to use this get all API to be able to pull those out of storage. Now, to me, this looks like it should be working. We have an array here. Pick our range of these. The range should be like, what, 0 to 7? Flat widgets. I mean, maybe this isn't correct. While the range dot end is less than total widgets. Oh, it's actually going to be equal, isn't it? So that's going to be 7. That's going to be, no. Yes. So we never enter the while loop. Let's do this a slightly different way. As I want to use chunk again. So, widget IDs dot chunks, plural. We say, oh, we want our chunk size to be 128. Okay. For ID chunk in that, we do something in here. Mattleworth, thank you for the follow. How you doing? All right. So then we have our ID chunks. And then we don't have to persist this range and, oh, that's going to be so much nicer. Okay. Don't need that. Okay. Guess we need to allocate. Where did Noah keep his bees? Ah, it's a joke time. I don't know where. In his archives. Ah, lovely. My darling wife sent me some the other day. Let me see if I can find them. I got kidnapped by a bunch of mimes. They did unspeakable things to me. Sunday can be sad, or Sundays can be sad. But the day before is a Saturday. Rid of the range. ID chunk, iter, toString. A book fell on your head earlier. You only have your shelf to blame. My shelf to blame. Nice. Nice. Why does it say that this is... Oh, widget ID. Okay, that's good. Get rid of that. All right, let's give that a try. And there we go. Your favorite color is green. You like it more than yellow and blue combined. Oh. Ooh. That's so bad. All right, let's see. Oh, look. We actually got more back. Oh, look at that. That works so much better when you actually have the right logic. Something that Rust cannot protect you from. All right. So that might be it for that piece. We'll see. We'll see. I think we got the rest of the logic in there. Such a bad one. It's actually pretty good. Yeah, those are the best ones. Oh, look at that. It works. Oh, hallelujah. Look at that. So if we go to some other page that we haven't imported yet, like admin users. Yeah, there's admin users. Edit. Okay. So let's just gross and empty. But if we import it, it looks like we imported it once before. What do we do? An edit? Interesting. Okay, so we're missing a piece. 500. Invalid type map. Expected rule. Oh, fascinating. Hmm. And why can't you trust an atom? Because they make up everything. Hmm. So bad. So import's not working on that one. Or rather, we have some widget in there that's not the same as the others. Admin, edit. Interesting that. Oh, that's going into a different route. So we've basically got our own little router here, right? And we set up these different routes and the admin routes here. What's admin pages? Of that. And then this. Import. Huh. But here we have admin setup. That's just for the post. So the rest of this should still work. Admin. Okay. Import. All right. Edit. Page not found. Okay. Same thing. We should be seeing this come back, but it's not. I think import worked. Otherwise, we wouldn't have been redirected. And someday, maybe someday, we'll be able to see the durable objects listed in here. It's not there yet. Oh, looks like I'm logged out too. All right. But why are we getting this 500? This AOEU 2 500. Let's go look that up. And pages. Come in here. We're doing the edit route. So anything that ends in edit. Check your permissions. The path. Let's get rid of some of those. Load the durable object. Here's our AOE 1, 2, And there's body. Now body, uh-oh, should have killed that before. Here we go. Yeah, 500 and none. No body coming back, huh? Wait, that doesn't seem quite right. Oh, here we go. We get the 500. We get none. That none doesn't actually mean anything though. And then we get body. So expected rule. So the durable object had this error in it. Invalid type map expected rule. So someplace. What? Where are we deserializing a rule? Invalid type map expected rule. We do have rules. Is it not gonna? It's a model page here. And the error, invalid type map expected rule. Why would it have thought that this got serialized to? Just deserialize. Rule is within a page, a widget. No widgets within a page. So maybe our serialization isn't correct. Like it doesn't round trip. How you doing? I guess we see if it round trips. New value. Hmm. Unwrap that. And at this point, data and value should be the same. Oh, there we go. Is this the WebAssembly thing that you can assemble the web with? It's funny. Now, how do we check that this is the same? Because it seems to be that pages that do not need permissions currently work. But as soon as we need a permission, it does not work. Which means I have W1, W2, widget 1, and widget 2. And those need to be equal, which means we need partial equal on them. Hmm. All right. Hmm. What would that be missing? Permission. Oh, I see. I missed one. You read a story about a group of Mayans kidnapping people. They did unspeakable things. All right, let's see. Failures. A widget failed. Wah, wah. One passed, one failed, because we have more than one that matches widget, doesn't it? All right. So flat widget was okay. Good. Ah, look at that. Invalid type map. Expected rule. We were able to reproduce this. Wonder if the channel currency. Oh, interesting. Now, so where is it actually failing? I don't think it's going to tell us the line number. It's in the deserializer. Oh, here we go. 369. Now, why would it do that? Is it because of the properties? Or no, because it wants a rule. Rules are over here. So if we remove permission, just to test, then it should work. Hmm. All right. So why is it serializing that to a map? Or deserializing that to a map? And why only the second time? So after we serialize it, interesting. So for whatever reason, when we deserialize this, serialize it, then deserialize it again, it fails the second time on the deserialize. Let's stringify this value. I guess we could have just done a log.js on that. Is that going to show us the log, or do we have to go dig for it? Oh, here it is. Oh, look at how that serialized it. Ah, yes, yes, yes. Nope, that's not right. Okay. So let's fix the serialization on that. Ah. All right, how do we implement a serializer? Serializing a primitive. Serialize I32. Should be able to do untag there. Uh, it's so if we look at this here, the comparison, as we have our own little custom format for having a permission or not having a permission. So if we say you must not have a permission, right, we put the exclamation mark in front of it. Yeah. So we need to also be able to support the exclamation mark. All right, so let's implement a serializer. Permission. Does serialize require a lifetime? It doesn't, does it? Oh, really? Oh, I want to see that. Oh, wow, look at that. Ah, that's fancy. All right. Serializer, serialize something. This is going to be a str. Just looking at all the options. It's a bunch of numbers. We got a stir right there. Bool, char, some, none. Unit bytes. So far, stir is the best one. Serialize stir. And we'll give it a star. You can serialize the format args. Really? What? Look, I collect stir. Serialize a string produced by an implementation of display. Serializers are encouraged to provide a more efficient implementation if possible. What it lets you do? It'll avoid the heap allocation, but lets you do format syntax. So, hold on a sec. Now, permission is permission. So we pull display for that for serialize. Container attributes. Rename all. Snake case. All right. Then we have this from stir. Why did I do that? Because I wasn't doing the serialization then. Well, I guess I was. But we didn't do a round trip test here. We didn't do a serialized test. Where's deserialize? Oh, it's because it ends up calling from stir in the other rule. Hmm. I don't see it. Well, here. CRI serializer dot. If we just do a serialized stir, just something really simple, line 37 or something. What? Oh, parse is from stir. Thank you. There it is, 45. Yep. Okay. So if we are without that, or if we're with it, then we could, hmm, that returns a string though. And stir ones, that's, oh, that has to be a string first, doesn't it? Hmm. Return a tuple from the match to denote. Well, you should add the negate. True. Yeah, no, that would clean that up quite a bit. So, so if we do return the tuple, then later we'll still have the if else and format. Oh, interesting. With the format. Good morning, Oregon Live. Let's try that. I like it better though than this. This is more of a requires permission. It's with a keyword in Rust? No, it's not. Okay. Oh, interesting. Or to make it easier? Oh, look at that. Oh, big brains on Museum. That is, of course. That is, huh. Now this collector serializes a string produced by an implementation of display. Hmm. Why would we pass format to that instead of like, oh, format args is lazy. Oh, should I be using format args? What's format? Oh, interesting. This macro functions by taking a formatting string literal containing curly braces for each additional argument passed. Any value that implements the display trait can be passed into format args. You can use the format argument's value. The format args returns in display and debug context as seen below. Oh wow. Ooh, interesting. So format args. Huh. You decided to finally sell your vacuum cleaner. All it did was gather dust. Oh, beautiful. All right, let's run the test again. Does this mean we do not need serialize permission? I think it does. Nice. All right. There we go. Oh, but we need that. Wait. Where's. Hmm. No, because it's display. Then we don't deserialize it like that, do we? Yeah, we do from stir and to stir. So we don't need the Saturday snake case bit. There we go. That should still work. Oh, good. That worked. Good. To avoid the heap allocation and provide as stir to static stir. And then display can just call that. Where was that? In permission? This one here? Uh, or was that in role? Break that out into an intermediary function that your serialize uses. Oh, is this going to cause a heap allocation? Oh, I see. Is there a trait for as stir? Oh, and display into that string, return string. Got it. There's as ref stir, but that's not semantically what you want. Right? Forgot this. One little piece there. Okay. Displays, yeah. Okay. Let's come back over to roll. Where's roll? Hmm. COC is not picking up on that. Rule. My mistake. There we go. We could simplify that just a touch more if we wanted to be able to get the permission out of there. It's fine. You were going to propose to your partner, but the dog ate the ring. Now it's just a diamond in the rough. All right. So all that should still work. Then we can rerun that import. Joke is rough. Let's see how far we get. Elman Sima 9445. Thank you for that follow. There we go. Let's give it a run. Edit's not going to work, is it? We have to import it because the permissions were wrong on it. The serialization was incorrect. Now we run edit and we get the correct thing. Lovely. Okay, admin users, import, edit. Ah, lovely. Perfect. Okay, now we have durable objects with stuff in them. Nice. I feel like edit should do like one extra thing. Like if it gets a 404 back, it should try to do an import. So we can skip that step, right? But we would have to change that. I guess we could, right? If we mix this up a little bit. This template render, where's that called from? Just a couple places? 4 different places. And one of them we're already awaiting. User and users. Yeah, don't really care about those. The first one here, the get. Basically, what I'm thinking is instead of this returning a future route result, we turn it into an async function and just await that. Yeah, it would just be a result to a router result. Something like that. Great. Oh, good. Now what's this saying? Check the output of this async function. What's it whining about there? I feel like it's pointing to some other code and just referencing that. Ah, yes. Okay. So, where it's actually called. First one. There we go. Here. One too many. Okay. Hellfire, thank you for the follow. I think I said that wrong. Is that correct? Okay. Now with that change, coming back in here, we'd actually await for this to finish because this load KV is returning a pinbox future, right? Whoa, what is this page config thing? Oh my goodness, no. This should happen much earlier. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna take this piece here out. So we should be passing a page in, not a page config. How you doing? Happy Tuesday. Oh man. Party on, dudes. Welcome. Yeah, we're going to take a page instead, which means all this goes away. Okay, that should be good there. Now coming back over here, now we need something. We could probably stuff this into its little some other function that takes the result of render or not render. Takes the result of load kv and load do. Site config, that's going to just be an object, isn't it? Oh, technically they're futures. Eh. And that's going to return. Hmm. That's just a mess. Let's change how these things work here. So instead of returning future to this, this could be async now. And so we fetch the site config and the page config here. Maybe we return a page here. Why not? Because we need to return a 404 if this doesn't exist. So what was this doing before? It's trying to match some or none. So this needs to return an option to a page. It's something more like that. Then the load kv has to return a page, which is not at the moment. Returning a future. We await on that. Yes, we know the return type is different. But what does this actually return? So this fetch Returns a tuple. Okay. Finish with a tuple of both results. Okay. So if we have both of those, we do that. Otherwise, for any other combination, we return none. So we are going to return an option to a page. All right, so we have the site defaults. We create an object. Oops. Huh. There it goes. Now what's going on here? We have a site and a page. We create this page from value, the site defaults, which is site there. Technically, it's an object. And we turned it into a value via the unchecked into. Then we have our page config. So we have our site config. The naming sucks. Now to deal with these here. What is, because it's not okay, right? Oh, converts it to an option. There we go. Option to models page. We also need to await that. All right. Types. Ooh. Info future. Let's await those first. Site config and page config. Oh, it's an option to an object. Three options. One, two. Oh, there we go. And we have to do the same thing with this one. Just a moment, please. All right. Do something like so. Get rid of that. Hey, Hell 9, how's it going? Good morning. All right, now for our return type. It's no longer page config like that. That should be an option to a models page. How much does a rainbow weigh? I don't know. How much? We are working on mimeograph. And the itty bitty little piece of it, we're working on some serialization. How much? They're pretty light. Oh, that's a good one. All right. So at this point, we will say that it's not handled. Okay. So match config. Otherwise, we return. Okay. Got a result not handled. And we pass the event back. Same thing here. Why? What? Because of that. Oh, let's fetch durable object. Oh, that's import. Wrong one. My mistake. Okay. Handled, not handled. Handled, not handled. Option to a page. Yeah, what? It's going to be the same for all of these. It's almost like template render should take that, but it's too much already. All right, so we got that cleaned up. Let's give it a run. You've been trying to learn Rust lately, but get discouraged so easily since you're an adult beginner, and all you've dabbled into is Python. Oh, well, probably step one is to find a community, right? There's a bunch of different ones out there, and all of them have been pretty darn helpful. The ones with like a lot more traffic through them, your questions can kind of fall through the cracks, but in generally, like everything's been super helpful. I think Tokyo is one of my favorite, but that you'd of course have to be asking Tokyo questions. But I have spent a lot of times during my learning asking questions in the discords. Right, there's the individual projects I follow, and then Rust programming language and the Rust programming language. There's two of them there. I forget which one's which. I got old Sonic logo. But both communities are really good. I think which now I'm wondering which one's which. Which one is this? Rules. Top one's the official one. Yeah, what's the other one? Because I can't see like the whole name. I want to see the whole name. Privacy and notification. Market. Oh, Rust Programming Language Community server. So there's the official one and then the community one. Yeah, finding a place where you can ask questions is going to be very helpful, especially when you get into some situations where you just don't understand things. And then the other thing that I find really helpful is once you're in a community, being able to toss some code into something like this, into like the Rust playground. If you're not familiar with the Rust playground, there's this here. And then you just click on the share button and you get these links, right? You can get a permalink to the playground, say, hey, I'm having problems with this error, right? And it's much more likely you're going to catch a fish or catch an answer with that. Yeah. Oh, and thank you for the follows. Yes. Hell9, thank you for that follow. I got some co-pilots in the background. Um, but I got to get ready for some of my day job here. I will try to be back online tomorrow. Um, I try to stream every day, but I actually missed 2 in a row, which is kind of rare for me. But sunburn and too much time on the water. What playground theme is that? This one here is Grove Box. We're gonna use Museum's tool and figure out who we can raid. Oh, it's like gonna have to dig in a little more today. Who do we have out there? Oh, Fortran Jeff is doing stuff again on his Deck Rainbow 100, doing some game dev. Oh, Fortran Jeff is doing stuff again on his Deck Rainbow 100, doing some game dev. There we go. Killed him. Yeah, we're gonna raid Fortran Jeff. I don't know. It's just it's doing some cool stuff on some ancient hardware. How does Mentor Channel Point Award work? Ah, well, I haven't actually done one yet. I've got 3 in the queue. So basically, what we do is for this, I'm going to be taking these ideas for like a little video, right? And it'll be much more polished than something like this, where I'll do a little bit more research, create a 15-minute or less video, and toss it on YouTube. So yeah, if you have something where like the questions aren't answered and something like Easy Rust, right? This guy's got like a ton of videos, all sorts of stuff on there. Um, but that's the idea, is just to make little, what do they call them? Katas? 15-minute little short things. Um, gonna get the raid going. So, oh man, so tight. Gotta get a good stretch in today. Well, thank you all for hanging out, and until next time, bye bye.